Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. This is Reading Addict. Today we will talk about the last time about this book because I have finished this book. This is a giant, guys, and it has 932 pages excluding index and glossaries, and it took me almost, let me show you. I started this book on 30th October 2021, and I finished this book on 4th of December. More than 1 month, 1 month and 5 days. And still I would say that that was justifiable. Like, this book was so dense, so deep, because of its socio-political significance, because of its journalistic approach, because of the arguments and counter arguments, because of the journey that Dostoevsky was having, starting from his beginning till the end of his career. His last novel was The Brother Karamazov, and after 1 month, just after 1 month, he died. And guys, you will not believe that. And that's the only thing that I wanted to talk about in this book. The last chapter, when Dostoevsky died, I was crying badly. Believe me, I usually refrain from crying, especially on trivialities or things like books. But when it comes to Dostoevsky, I couldn't control myself, because that person, he devoted his entire life in order to fight the Russian maliciousness, the Russian radicalism, which was so widely prevalent at that time that the life of Tsar was always in danger. So Dostoevsky was constantly fighting to tackle those forces, and he would get recriminations, reprimands, and reproaches from liberals and from radicals, but still he persisted. He was kind of a lonesome personality in that period. And one more thing, Dostoevsky, till the end of his life, he was a very impoverished person. He was extremely poor, and at his death, they didn't have, they might have very limited resources in financial resources, because they were unable to provide a good farewell to Dostoevsky. And when Tsar, and some scenes are so powerful in this book that, guys, Dostoevsky spent 4 years in prison, and that was a rigorous imprisonment. And after, I guess, 20 years or 25 years, he was spending time in the Winter Palace, in the royal palace, with the Tsar and royal family. That much shift in the position of a person, and they were like kind of requesting, pleading Dostoevsky to come to and visit them, to teach their children how to raise them, how to tackle the menace of, or malaise of, our society. Because Russian society at that time, it was suffering from radicalism, as I mentioned, suffering from terrorist activities, and everything was very much in a disorderly state. Dostoevsky was the lone personality who tried his best to unite the opposite forces, like liberals, radicals, and Tsar. And he was a very vital link in 19th century Russia, to maintain the prosperity, to maintain I apologize, to maintain the social order. And you will not believe it, guys, when Dostoevsky died in January, approximate, in Jan end, after 1 month, the Russian Tsar, he was also assassinated by revolutionaries. He was, I think the terrorist front was populist or something. They killed the Tsar when Dostoevsky died before, 1 month before. So these similarities, these are very, like, interesting. So guys, I really enjoyed it, and I really want to read that chapter when he died, because I really was crying, and you will not believe that how many tissues I used to stop myself from crying. And I and I apologize, and I kept on crying again and again, because I was so much in touch with Dostoevsky throughout this book, and not just with this book. This I started last month in October. I started reading Dostoevsky almost 12 years ago, and he was the first author that I read. His first novel, that is The Crime and Punishment, that I read first. It was in Hindi language when I read it for the first time, and I kind of became a huge fan of this person. And later on, after some time, I tried to read his work but couldn't devote myself. But when I came to Canada, and then I read Dostoevsky voraciously, ravenously, and devoured all his literature. And I guess maybe just apart from some short stories, I have read all of his books more than once, and that is a fact I am very proud of myself, because this is the way that I pay respect to this personality, who is respected by the whole world, and I am just an insignificant person among them. So guys, that's it. I'm done with this journey, Dostoevsky, and maybe in future I will try to read this book again more slowly. And guys, I need to go, because otherwise I might keep on talking again and again. And when it comes to Dostoevsky, I can't stop talking. That's like a problem with me. So give me your permission, and have a nice time, guys. Bye bye.